Today we're ready to watch our Latin tutorial guy, but he's going to give us more detail than we need. So we are going to watch him for a little while and then skip ahead.
So you know that adjectives are words that describe nouns, like a beautiful mind, mens pulchra. Here, pulchra is said to modify mens. An adjective agrees with its noun in case, number, and gender. So since the noun mens is nominative, singular, and feminine, then we use the same form for our adjective pulchra, nominative, singular, feminine. If we change mens into the accusative case, pulchra has to change to the accusative, mentem pulchram. And if we make it accusative plural, we have mentes pulchras. You'll notice that our adjective, although agreeing with our noun in case, number, and gender, has a different ending than the noun. That's because mens is a third declension noun, and pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum is an adjective in the first and second declension. In Latin, adjectives come in two main groups, those that have first and second declension endings, and those that have third declension endings. This video will address the adjectives of the third declension.
All right, he's going to talk at some length about the different patterns of third declension endings. The thing we noticed in class is that if it goes it's first and second, which we were calling 2-1-2. Then anything else we said is third. Vetus, he's going to talk about for a while, he's going to call of one termination. Fortis is like all the ones that we've seen, and the fortis is just like the ones that we're going to deal with this week and next. So next year we can deal with the ones like vetus and the ones like acer, acris, acre. Fortis is just like omnes, omnes, omne. It's like brevis, brevis, breve. It's like incolumus, incolumus, incolume. It just doesn't have fortis printed twice. All right, but it's exactly like those. So rather than watch him do vetus and watch him do acer, acris, acre, I am going to scroll ahead to the point where he does fortis, fortis, forte. I hope you don't mind me making it a little bit easier. So here he is. Can we see where he is? Yep, here we go.
Forte. And you'll be able to identify these adjectives because, well, and there's only two forms listed. And the first form, the masculine and feminine, will end in an is, and the second, the neuter, will end in an e. These endings are identical to the three terminations. We can find our stem from the feminine, without the is, of course, and fill out the remaining forms with our end.
Now, he did that really fast. He found the stem from the feminine. But another way of saying that is, where do you get the stem or the base of a noun or an adjective? That's right, the second part. It's just that the second part is the feminine. So I have a quibble with him. I think he ought to print fortis, fortis, forte, so you'd know that you're going to the fortis second part, because that's the rule and that works best. But, you know, this is his video.
Endings. Notice that the ablative singular again ends in a long I, which again in poetry is sometimes a short e.
All right, major point. In a third noun, we go blank is, long I, em, shorty. But in a third adjective, we have a slight variation. We go blank is, long I, em, not shorty. It's long I right here. It is very, very rarely short e, and that's not going to get you any credit on the test. So what we need to do is sing in class the third adjective song, which is slightly different from the third noun song. And here is where it's different. Let's look at the plural with him.
Oh, by the way, since the masculine and feminine forms here are completely identical, we can actually just combine the two genders and call it good. This saves some space too, and if you're handwriting out the declension, some muscle ache. The plural follows the same rules as adjectives of three terminations, with the isem endings, and the alternate ace ending for.
Okay. Blank is, long I, em, not shorty, es, not um, ibus, s is okay, ibus. So, es, ium, ibus, s, ibus. You could write is right here. I would be okay with that, but es is just fine. Now, for neuters, we're going to need ia, ium, and ia. And that's about as much of him as we need for now. About all of the adjectives that we know so far. We have first and second declension, which I call 2, 1, 2. U.S. long I, long O, second masculine, A-A-E, first feminine, and the neuter rule with second neuter. But the main focus of our test next week is third. We're looking at omnis, omnis, omnite. Let's get rid of the vocatives. We never sing the vocatives, so let's just take those out to make this a little bit simpler. And the main point of tonight's video is to know that third declension adjectives are slightly different than third declension nouns. Third nouns go blank is, long I, em, shorty, but third adjectives go blank is, long I, em, not, shorty, es, not, ibus, ibus. And we really need to see the extra I in the neuter as well. So, long I all the way across instead of short e, IUM instead of UM, and IA